Good morning, everyone. Mississippi has had state-funded pre-K for 10 years now. Pre-K is still not a requirement, but early learning collaboratives have allowed many districts to offer it. And school leaders say getting that early start is one of the keys to success for students. Our two guests this morning agree. Morgan Abraham is the principal at Sudeth Elementary School in Starkville. Ashley Sheorn is a pre-K teacher, and we're so happy to have you both here. Thank you so much for being here, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
So let's get this conversation started about pre-K, because for many years there was sort of a debate as to whether or not school districts would offer it free because children were going to daycare through 4 years old. Why is it so important, would you say?
Pre-K is so important because it gives students a great start to their educational process. And our pre-K teachers in the public schools are certified teachers, just like our teachers in any other grades are.
Let's go inside of a pre-K classroom. Ashley, what are kids doing in your classroom?
Playing all the time. We play in centers, a lot of hands-on learning, singing, poems. They play with manipulatives. We have science center, math center, reading center, and so it's preparing them for kindergarten.
So play is really a big part of learning, and people think, well,
Yes.
I don't send my kids to school to play, but that's how they learn those great social skills and pick up just cues on ways to behave, right?
Right. When they're playing in our classrooms, they're learning social skills, behavior. They're learning how to interact with kids. A lot of our children might not have siblings at home, or this is their first experience in a school, so they're learning how to be at school.
Morgan, what would you say is the biggest difference between just daycare and pre-K?
With pre-K, we have a distinct curriculum. The Mississippi Beginnings curriculum is a research-based program that has shown that it does allow children to learn through play, and there is growth that can be measured there. So that specific curriculum that our teachers are teaching and that the students are learning and growing with.
We're going to talk in a few moments about how parents who have the soon-to-be 4-year-olds can register for pre-K. But what are some things that you expect children to already be doing when they get to pre-K?
Simple things like being able to dress themselves, wash their hands when they go to the restroom, and maybe putting on their jackets. Lots of self-care skills.
What would you? Anything you would add to that?
Not really. More of the independent skills.
Okay.
Being independent, like dressing yourself. Putting on jackets, snapping, zipping, buttoning, making sure we can use the restroom on our own, things like that, because the academic skills come as they come to pre-K and develop and move on to kindergarten.
One of the things my husband and I thought about when we were moving our daughter out, making that decision to go from daycare into a pre-K environment, is that she just needs to learn that you can't just get up when you get ready to get up, that it's a more controlled environment, and they learn those things, don't they, Ashley?
Right, so following directions and listening are our top two things that we work on daily.
Every single day.
Yes, and that's another skill. If we are, doing that pretty well before we come to pre-K, then it makes the transition easier.
So by the time they get to kindergarten, are they learning letters? Are they doing any writing when they get to the kindergarten in the fall?
Absolutely. They will be doing writing. Many of them will have letter knowledge and sound knowledge, and then writing their name is something that we really encourage parents to work on at home before they come to school. But the pre-K classrooms really focus on integrating all of the senses and having them learn and play through experiences in the classroom.
Some districts, and I know Starkville is one of them that does that, there is a summertime program for those children to kind of get them acquainted with what it's going to be like in the school year. How is that helpful?
That's helpful just because it gets students a little bit acquainted with the school, but then also some of the routines. Walking in the hallway, maybe sitting on the carpet, using the restroom, going to the cafeteria, going through the lunch line, those kinds of things that you wouldn't do in a daycare setting, but you do in big schools.
Absolutely. And when you are a pre-K teacher, your children just love you, don't they, Ashley? There's just lots of great joy in being a pre-K teacher.
There is. You don't get love anywhere else like that.
All right. Well, listen, parents, if you're interested in enrolling your child, registering for pre-K in the Starkville School District, this is the information. It's going on February 7th through the 9th. There's the website address there. Also, if you're outside of the school district, obviously check with your local school district to find out when those registration dates are happening and how you can get more information. Thank you both so much for being here. Thanks for the great job you're doing to get kids on the right start.
Thank you so much for
you.
having us.
All right.